there everyone, welcome back to James Redmondinho TV, and it's lovely to have you to another Redmond Roundup. Guys, it's been a minute and I'm buzzing to be back because I haven't done a video like this in days. I've done live streams, I've done bits and bobs, but I haven't done any videos like this. And there's quite a few things to get into, and what else to be talking about than the midfield situation. So we're going to touch on two things, and I'd like to know your thoughts on these two things in the comments down below. First thing we'll touch on is the Lavia thing, because Southampton are playing dirty, guys, and we need to address this because we're supposed to have a nice little relationship with Southampton. They're a little championship team, but we funded the majority of their Premier League experience, and we funded the majority of their replacements. And then in the latter part of the video, we're going to talk about Henderson. You know, why is he getting so much hate and all that stuff? But first, we'll talk about Lavia. So, shout out to my friend, Liverpool Goals. He has one of the biggest pages on Instagram. And he put out a tweet that was just a little bit thought-provoking and also implies what could be happening with this deal in Southampton. So, Lavia will be involved again today in a pre-season game for Southampton. Southampton are playing dirty games. They have a £45 million offer for him on the table, and yet they play him in friendlies and risk an injury. Now, chat, do you understand why this is actually a little bit of a dirty game from Southampton? Now, listen, it's technically not wrong. In fact, it's not wrong at all. Lavia is their asset. Lavia is their player. If they have a pre-season game, then why not play him if you've still got him at your disposal? But then again, Liverpool have a £45 million offer on the table. And you know what, guys? Do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking Southampton are going to see how desperate Liverpool are going to get to want Lavia. You know, originally we want 50 million. Now we're on 45. And it's been on 45 for the past 2 days. And he's still playing in pre-season games. And again, if you think about the factor of getting an injury, well, if he gets an injury in pre-season, even if it's minor, then that really puts off the deal because of medicals and stuff like that. So I'm sure you understand why that's a concern. And, you know, are Southampton playing dirty? Now, if you're a Southampton fan, I'm not expecting you to sit there and say, like, oh, yeah, we're playing dirty. How dare we? I understand. Everybody's got to do what they've got to do, and that's fair play, you know what I mean? He's one of your star players. If you keep him until January or next season, you might be able to get a little bit more. Maybe Southampton don't care about the funds. Maybe Southampton think, well, if we keep Lavia, that'll significantly increase our chances of getting promoted. And it'll also be very difficult to replace Lavia. And if we can't replace him, that's a problem because we don't want to be missing out on them top two positions in the Championship. So I think Southampton are seeing this as a bigger picture. Okay, yes, we could get 50 million for Lavia right now, but I also believe that if we keep Lavia, then we're going to get back to the Premier League, which is going to generate the 100 million revenue thing, pot, whatever it's called, which is huge for any football club, and they need those Premier League finances. So even though I do still believe Southampton will accept maybe not this offer, but a offer for Lavia, and I do believe that offer would be under 50 million. You know, when is it going to happen? Who knows? And it'd be nice to get Lavia in as soon as possible. I think we'd all prefer, you know, a guy who maybe you have your doubts, or, you know, maybe you think he's not experienced enough. Well, maybe that means you want him to get into pre-season as soon as possible, and you want him to start learning off the senior players as soon as possible. And it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, which I'm surprised about. I thought Southampton would have been a little bit more engaging within these negotiations, but they have just got relegated to the Championship. The game is the game. They know we need a midfielder. I hope they don't try and charge us more than 50 million. 50 million, I can accept. Back in the day, if we're paying 16 million for Jordan Henderson, in this economy, in this market, I'm fine paying 50 million for Lavia, especially when you consider the lack of quality in the defensive midfield positions, and when you consider he is one of the best young CDMs in England at the moment. So that's why I'd suggest this is a good one. He's homegrown, he's young and all that stuff. You know, top player from Belgium, identified by Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. You know why I like Lavia. But this has been a lot more unexpected and a big turn of events when it comes to how smooth I thought this deal was going to be from when we put that first bid of £37 million in. So that's the update on Lavia. Let me know what you think about that, and I thought that was interesting to let you know, because although things are looking good and we don't need to fear about Chelsea or anything like this, the worrying thing is well, Lavia might not have a say if Chelsea come in and offer Southampton more money than what we're willing to pay. So, it's all interesting, it's all intriguing, but let's just hope he doesn't get injured. Anyway, let's talk about Henderson. I've saw too much crap on Hendo Nino, guys. Now, just in case you don't understand my stance, I wanted Henderson to leave from get-go. I wanted him to go before he was even linked away. And it's not because of I don't like him. I just think he would have held the club back. I don't think there's no benefit of starting somebody who, in my opinion, is quite clearly just not as good as what he was in his prime. And that's not a bad thing. That's just Jordan Henderson. I think Jordan Henderson, deep down, knows this as well. And I also thought coincided with an opinion of, okay, Liverpool need to be out with the old and in with the new. That coincides now with the fact he's just been given the biggest offer that anybody could ever offer Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson in Europe was never going to earn more than 150 grand a week, which is what he was on at Liverpool. Bear in mind, 50% of that 150 grand a week is taxed. So my guy has got 75k a week. He's now just been offered 700k a week by some reports. And even if it's 350k a week, which other reports suggest, guys, I'm sorry, that's still tax-free money that he's going to be getting from that part of the world. Now, here's where people hate Henderson. I don't think they hate him for going. I don't think they hate him for leaving. I do think people miss Henderson. I think people understand how important he was to the dressing room. That video from the players nearly made me freaking cry, you know what I mean? But the people who seem to be really angry at Henderson is LGBTQ community, and also those who feel like or just seem very anti-Saudi. Now listen, Saudi might not be doing it the proper way, whatever the proper way is. I don't think we're a good example to say how to do this the proper way, and I don't think England and the USA can stand there on a moral basis and say we're boss and Saudi are crap and we've done nothing wrong and they've done everything wrong. I don't think that's correct. Now this isn't a political channel. That's why I'm trying to say we've done shit. They've done shit. We've all done shit. Why are we having a go at them for doing shit? And also, why are we having a go at Jordan Henderson for going to this specific part of the world? Now, if he was going there to be in certain campaigns that were maybe anti-campaigns that he's done in the past, then, okay, maybe you have an opportunity now to call him a hypocrite. But how can you call him a hypocrite when he's simply just going to a part of the world to play football? To play football. So if you was an artist and then a sheikh from Saudi Arabia offered you 5 times the money of your most expensive painting, but you were the leader of the LGBTQ brigade. I don't know. You're telling me you're not taking that. And if you didn't take that, you're stupid. Because selling a painting to somebody isn't anti your beliefs. It's simply selling a painting. It's business. The same way Jordan Henderson, him playing football, kicking a ball made out of certain material in Saudi Arabia has zero to do with the campaigns that he stood up for in the past. Now, also, the campaigns that he was involved in were heavily pushed by the Premier League, and also Liverpool have still got the rainbow flag as their thing now. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong for that. Again, that's a completely different, irrelevant conversation. This conversation is what's the direct correlation and the direct contradiction of Henderson moving to Saudi. What's the contradiction? Why is he a hypocrite? Because he's gone somewhere that doesn't agree with that particular campaign? Well, also, the Premier League is a completely different league to the Saudi League, and Liverpool is a completely different club to Al Ettifaq. So that's why that's important to mention, because he's going there to play football. The same way Steven Gerrard probably doesn't hate people in the LGBTQ, it's the same way Henderson doesn't hate people in the LGBTQ. He's just been offered 700k a week, and he was told that he weren't going to get much game time with us. That matters. That really does matter. So this isn't a political video. I don't want anyone to say that, oh, you hate this group or you hate... Listen, I'm just simply stating facts that I don't understand a hatred towards a player who's going to a certain part of the world, or who, although might disagree with you because of their religious beliefs, they still have offered Henderson 7 times more money. This is generational wealth that we can't even comprehend. So I need the Jordan Henderson slander to stop, because I think you're a bit pathetic if you're going to correlate him kicking a football on a pitch to these campaigns. And bear in mind, these campaigns were pushed onto everybody, near enough in the Premier League, which is fine, but if it goes against someone's beliefs, well, now, that's not really good. But it is a different conversation in general. I just don't like the fact he's getting a bunch of slander. You know what I mean? I think Jordan Henderson's G. I think he's I don't think the video that he done was the best. I think it could have been a little bit more sincere, you know what I mean? Yeah, it just felt like I kind of was watching drama, acting school, where, you know, you read off the script and you kind of look to the side. It's like me if I was doing a video and I was looking at my notes every 3 seconds, you know? And he had like the music in the background. I'd just appreciated the little selfie video, just saying, listen mate, I'm gonna fucking miss you, you know what I mean? But I see you soon. Like, I hope that we can get Henderson a nice little away day thing. Like, you know, if he can come back and, I don't know, just even have like a little testimonial. Why don't we do like a Legends game? and Henderson comes, and Gerrard still, you know what I mean? Like, do you know when Saudi's having their little 2-week break or whatever? Bring Hendo Nino and Stevie G back, get them two in the midfield, bring back Luis Suarez and hench Fernando Torres, who's got big musellos. Now, have you seen Fernando Torres now? He was fronting a Real Madrid fan the other day. The Real Madrid fan said something to him in Spanish, and I just heard Torres call him a puta, you know, and I saw the translation, and I thought, oh, okay, well, Torres is a moody bastard now. Now that'd be intriguing. But anyway, guys, smash a like on this video and let me know if you agree or disagree. Has Henderson done something wrong? And don't just say, has he done something wrong? Let me know why. Purely on what I was talking about as well. And then let me know what you think on the Lavia situation. Oh, you starting to shit yourself. Anyway, smash a like. If you don't like the video, you know what to do. And yeah, guys, I'll see you later, I suppose, at some point. Peace out.